CEO as well of APR Energy. That's the world's leading provider of fast-track mobile turbine power. They've already delivered turbines to Puerto Rico earlier this month. You expect them to be fully operational by October the 25th. And let's start there. Let's start with what you've deployed, how they work, and how much you're on schedule here. Are they going to be up and running by the 25th, do you think?
Yes. I went to Puerto Rico on the Monday after the hurricane. The hurricane was Wednesday into Thursday, and I went down there with some senior General Electric executives. General Electric build the mobile turbines, and we own them. We build them, own them, operate them on these type of jobs. So we met with the FEMA, we met with the Army Corps, and we met with the governor and came up with a plan that would help resolve the problem.
Are you on track for October 25th?
Yes, we are on track for October 25th. The turbines arrived on Friday via boat. We unloaded, we put them on the site on Saturday. We've had crews working 24 hours a day to bring these units online.
How many people will benefit from that?
Well, this will provide power for about 300,000 people. So it'll help alleviate the problem because, as you well know, the majority of the power in Puerto Rico is generated on the south, the consumption's on the north, and it's the three transmission lines that go over the mountains that were annihilated. So it's a difficult situation, and we in the United States normally deal with the last mile. So we see all the bucket trucks and the linemen, which are the best in the world, go, and they deal with the last mile. And Puerto Rico is slightly different. It's the last mile, but it's the transmission, it's the generation as well. So it's quite a complex problem.
I know you've done this all over the world, and as we look for parallels here, are there situations, are there countries that you can hold up here as examples of situations that are like the ones that we face here in Puerto Rico?
Well, similar but completely different. Fukushima, after the tsunami, we signed a contract, and 45 days later delivered a couple of 100 megawatt into Japan. We've also done the same thing in southern Australia currently. We're building a 200 megawatt power plant to aid the grid instability in the southern part of Australia.
I actually was in Japan during the Fukushima crisis, so we saw the devastation that caused, and that, of course, was unforeseen. The tsunami just happened. Here, though, you contacted authorities even before the hurricane happened because you saw it coming.
Well, that was between hurricanes. So we contacted after the first hurricane into the second hurricane and said, look, this is going to happen. There's going to be a problem with the infrastructure because two hurricanes in a row, very, very difficult to keep the infrastructure up and running.
You bring this equipment down there. How long do you foresee it being there? What's your sense, I guess, of the power crisis?
Well, we're working closely with the Army Corps of Engineers, and in these type of situations, you really want those guys. And they know how to get things done. So we're working closely with the Army Corps of Engineers. We'll bring this power on the 25th. That'll help bring stability to certainly San Juan. And as the need increases, we'll bring more power in. But it certainly depends on how fast the transmission lines can come back online.
How much of a challenge is there just because this is an island? We've heard this time and time again from the president as he talks about the relief effort the federal government has pioneered here. What complexity does that introduce for you in your line of business, the fact that this is an island and not contiguous with the country?
Well, we're used to doing this around the world. We build power plants all over Africa. We build power plants in Asia. We build power plants in difficult environments. So you're self-sufficient. Our project management, our staff, our operations team are second to none. A lot of ex-military men and who understand the urgency of the situation. Look, we go home tonight and we have air conditioning. We go home tonight, we can plug our phones in. We go home tonight, we have electricity. Put yourself in a situation where you don't have that, and then put yourself in a situation where you got small children, or put yourself in a situation where you got a medical issue, dialysis, or the like of that. So it's very, very important. And I would say one thing I'm very, very proud about my company is we understand the urgency of the situation.
85% of Puerto Ricans still without power. Thank you so much for joining us, John Campion, Chairman and co-founder, CEO of APR Energy. Right, coming up on the show, Senator Bob Casey, the Democratic ranking member on the Senate Finance Committee, sat down